Hello, my friends, and happy Kai July. Today we're going to be looking at Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons, a wonderful miniseries about pirates, adventure, conspiracy, and giant monsters. We're going to be looking at in the trade paperback form today, but I had the single issues and I wanted to feature this issue 5 cover I got here because it's so freaking cool. I love that with the captain there standing on the pile of treasure and Godzilla there. That's so awesome. Yeah. This is a great book. If you can't tell, I absolutely love it. It's one of the best Godzilla miniseries I've read just in general. And just as far as my enjoyment of it was a blast. We have wonderful artwork in it here, and it's written beautifully. It's written by Frank Tieri and artwork by Inaki Miranda. And if I'm saying that name wrong there, I apologize to anybody because I have utmost respect, but sometimes you just say a thing wrong. Like, I still hear people arguing over how to pronounce Anguirus or not, But look at this map. That's so cool there. Replacing some of your standard creatures on a ocean map with kaiju. What a great idea. This story starts out with this pirate here, Mr. Hull, who's facing the gallows, and to try and stall his hanging, he tells this wild story about being on a ship and encountering some giant monsters and all sorts of craziness. A conspiracy involving the Queen of England herself. And I love this one-page spread right here as he's kind of explaining what's going on to these people here. It's so cool looking. It was such a great concept for a story. Pirates encountering giant monsters. It totally works. The story's really engaging and fun. It's just a series of flashbacks of telling the tale of what happened here, interspersed with cutting to the present day and our fella here explaining the story and them talking about the further conspiracy at hand. It does a good job of keeping your attention on both sides, which I greatly appreciate. And as you can see here, everything looks good. Just the pages of people talking looks beautiful here. It's just wonderfully detailed. And I love how they do the ships. Who doesn't love a good ship battle? And when we get to the end of this first issue here, we're looking through the whole trade paperback, so I'll go a little bit quickly. But I love when we get Godzilla rising up from the depths, and then boom! Look at that! What a great page! Let's just bring that a little bit closer. Yeah, that was wonderful. So cool. And I gotta say, I love the design of this gold Godzilla medallion. That looks really neat. And we see that appear throughout as well. And look at this cover. Is that not radical or what? I like that. I like that a lot. So, our fella continues telling the tale. And I have to say, I love how this person depicts Godzilla. It's, nobody ever does Godzilla exactly the same, but this feels very much to me like the final Goji, Godzilla from Final Wars. Just has that more slim face and build to him with the bigger spines. But looking really good. We see him taking out the entire Spanish Armada, which is just so cool. The pirates on the one ship that this guy was on end up stranded on the island, and they encounter giant creatures and a big pile of pirate gold, which they're very excited about because previous ship had crash landed there. But they weren't liking his story too much, so things aren't looking good for him. Thankfully, Next issue here, we get this beautiful cover with Ebra, and we see he's actually doing all right. He got out of his predicament because he said the right thing that got the right attention of this one fella here. So we get a story about how kaiju have been around all through time from different eras and encountering different people and what their relationships are with them. And I love this here, just seeing all the various things. But like Rodan right here with the Aztecs, that makes total sense. I love it. But how about this? Hedorah versus the Vikings. I would not have made that pairing myself. Very cool, though. This is a wonderful double-page spread. And here we get to learning about this secret Illuminati cult that people from around the world have been hiding the existence of the kaiju. So it turns out the Illuminati are really monster lovers. And I just gotta ask, who decides who wears what mask, you know? Leave in the comments which monster mask you would wear. Yeah, do that. But how cool is this Godzilla right there? Like that's just dope. That's dope. This guy's hella sick. Like, look at that guy. He looks like a boss. all the cool shit. It's this series is just fun to read. We get more giant monster battles. Ebra shows up and takes out those bats who were the cliffhanger of last issue, attacking the people. But then Ebra goes after the people that he just rescued as well. And this is gnarly right here, where Ebra just eats the dude. And here we discover he's reading the journal of the previous guy who had crashed there, and find out that the dude hid all his gold in Godzilla's cave. And I love it. It's like a classic, you know, a treasure trove in a dragon's cave. So this issue right here is pretty sick, where we learn a little bit about more about the conspiracy and how old this story actually goes. We find all these carvings on the wall of this temple here. These dudes get the idea to use some dynamite to get the attention of Ebra and lead Ebra into a confrontation with Godzilla, which is pretty cool. And then they have this great standoff. And their fight's real brutal. I love it. And Horror of the Deep is one of my favorite Godzilla flicks. I know it's not the most classic Godzilla style, but I love the hell out of that movie. It's so much fun. I really enjoy the people in it just as much as the monster fights. So maybe my really liking Ebra has something to do with my appreciation of this a bit more. But it's cool seeing him get a bigger focus and actually look like a badass, because Ebra's no joke in this book. But we get this great bit right here where all the pirates find all the treasure, but then boom, they get taken out real quick because this bad son of a gun who's been hunting the previous captain shows up and just wipes the floor with everybody. And we get more of the Godzilla and Ebra tussle here, which is awesome. And yeah, it's brutal. And then we get the big octopus showing up there, really dope. And as this Godzilla fight's finishing up, we also get the finale of this fight between the two captains who have been going after each other. And it's a real cool fight, and I love how it bounces back and forth between them fighting and Godzilla fighting the monsters too, because you know it spreads out the action, but it flows real well. They like mirror each other. Very cool though. Yeah, I love that. He just shoves the octopus down his throat. And then, boom, sends him down to the depths. And that's great right there. So cool. This is such a good series. I love the hell out of it, and I'm so excited that there's a sequel miniseries coming out to this, and I believe that's going to dive more into the conspiracy stuff. I haven't actually dug into it yet, so it'll be exciting when I do. But I love this right here, where Godzilla stumbles into the cave, sees all these guys fighting, and he just fries the one dude. And this guy, he just gets down on his knees and starts praying. Because what are you going to do at that point? But when he opens his eyes, Godzilla's gone. How cool is that? And so we learn about him bringing back the treasure to the queen and reporting the incident and all the giant monsters and everything. And that's when it's revealed that we got a real deep conspiracy going, because there's a bit of truth in what the guy was saying. And at the end, we get these conspirators here taking everybody out, including the guy who was telling the story. And hail Godzilla. Hell yeah. Hail the king. But here we got that really cool Godzilla medallion that we see throughout the book there. That's the gold coin that they find with the treasure. And we got some great variant covers here too. And that's a really radical double page one. I like that a lot. Although most of these monsters don't appear in the book. And here we have some of the variant covers, and I have a few of the variant covers myself. This is the first variant cover, and I had a real hard time deciding which one to get, because I really like that one too, but I ended up going with the standard, just because I tend to usually. But very cool. I like this one a lot. That's real radical. And this one's really cool too. I love that point of view that we're getting there with it. That dude in the crow's nest. Oh my god. This one's really radical. And I love this one too. That is so cool with Hedorah and the Vikings. Even though that's really only in one snippet of the comic itself. But that's great too, with the big Ebra outline. So that's all they got there. Just a couple little extra ads. Wonderful series. I love the hell out of it. I'm very excited to dig into the sequel series. And I hope you enjoyed this. I very much recommend this book. 10 out of 10. I say 10 out of 10 way too much, but for real, this is one of the better ones. It's self-contained, great story, a lot of adventure throughout, as you can see. The pacing's wonderful, and the artwork is phenomenal. And there's a ton of monster action interspersed with human action too. It's not just a bunch of talking heads, and when there are just talking heads, they're very lively and fun to look at. So please pick this book up if you get the chance. It's wonderful. And I had a blast going through it with you today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for more Kaiju Live.